everybody. Oh my gosh, yesterday's video gave me the runaround. I am so sorry that that video was late, but if you haven't seen it, I posted a budget check-in if you're interested in my budget stuff and watching all of that. I know it is a holiday weekend for most folks, so I get it if you can't watch it, but that's okay. We're gonna plan the second to last week in April, y'all. Where is the time going? Like, what is even happening? How is my calendar so full also? So this is this week, and we have done some of the things, but not all of them, but we'll get there. We will get there. So today that you're seeing this is Sunday, but we're going to go ahead and flip into the next week. And because I'll talk about how my week went this week. It was a blur. It was basically a blur. I have no idea what happened, when happened, whatever. I'm lost. But because of the weather that we had, I want to do a garden spread, y'all. I just want to have veggies in my planner, and I want to pretend like I'm going to get my garden ready, which I hopefully am. It's going to be wet this week, but I do think the weather is going to be good, and so I think we're going to start prepping our garden because hopefully we're not going to have any more freezing weather. But again, we'll talk about all of the madness. And the things that inspired this were, okay, so this is the new garden sticker book. So we've got gardening and then garden flowers. And so the thing that actually inspired this spread were all of these little cuties. So I'm going to start by putting these down in my planner. And y'all, my week this week is full. We have a weekend full of birthday parties, and I mean, even though, like, I'm an introvert, we all know this, that, you know, I typically like to stay home and not do anything and just be by myself. I have to say, it feels really good to be not getting back to normal, because I wouldn't say that's what's happening either, but to start feeling more, I don't know, more connection, I guess, because the birthday parties that we're going to are outdoor and, you know, all of that good stuff. So most people are still going to be masking or keeping distance, either one, but it feels really nice to, like, you know, have those things on the calendar. Whereas like in years past, it was like, oh, I don't know if we're having this, we might cancel it, which again, totally understandable because it, you know, the safety thing. But I mean, I never thought that I would say this, but I missed having busy things on my calendar. I missed doing things with people, and I don't know, man. It feels nice. It feels nice to see a full planner. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. So cute. I'm kind of obsessed with these little veggie stickers. They're really cute. Okay, so as we're putting these in here, I am going to talk about my week last week. We're just gonna jump right in. And my week last week was crazy. It was absolutely insane. Sunday night, the news starts saying, oh my gosh, winter weather forecast, blah, 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 blah. But all of the, and I say it like that because for those of you in states that expect snow this time of year, usually if something like this happens in Oregon, in Portland specifically, other parts of Oregon sometimes do get winter weather at this time of year. I will say that. But in Portland specifically and in the Willamette Valley, we don't. We don't get these kind of things. And so, you know how, well, you might not know, but the news folks are always like, you know, you're gonna get snow, it's gonna be crazy, but maybe it won't stick. So that's usually like what gets said. I'm always like, okay, you know, that's fine, don't stick. And that's exactly what they were saying. They were saying, you know, you might get some winter weather, but it's doubtful that it's gonna stick because it's not gonna be freezing. So they were saying that it was gonna be like, for those of you using Celsius, like 4 degrees, and for those of you using Fahrenheit, it was like 36 or something, between 36 and 38. So I was like, okay, cool. It's gonna be fun to maybe wake up and like see the snow falling, but it won't be anything. Like, I'm not even gonna get worked up about it. So I go to bed, and for whatever reason, I fell asleep on the couch. And this happens actually probably more often than it doesn't, because I film my YouTube videos late at night, and so making sure I have all of the pieces with them, because they're, you know, I don't know if you guys know this, but filming YouTube videos requires like back end work. You know, there is a thumbnail that has to go with it, and there is, you know, scheduling and whatever. You guys probably don't care about all that. But what you do probably care about is all of this madness that I had going on. So anyway, the craziness, y'all. So I wake up and actually, okay, I was awoken, actually, is what happened. So I was sleeping on the couch, you know, and I was actually kind of in and out of sleep, and that's really bad, but that's typically how I sleep. So I'm like setting alarms like midway through the night, and I'm like checking to make sure that my video is uploading correctly and all of that. And at around 6 a.m., I heard something incredibly loud. And I was like, oh my gosh, like I had no idea what happened. I just kind of sat there in like the dark, in the stillness. And if you're afraid like me, you probably would do the same. I was like, okay, if I just sit here long enough, it's probably gonna go away. But it didn't, of course it didn't. So it did not go away. And I was still sitting there, you know, in the dark, in the stillness, and it didn't go away. Nothing went away because that's not how that works. So, oh my gosh, y'all. I sat there for a little bit longer, and then I looked out the window and it was barely becoming dawn, but I could see that our power line was down, and I noticed that the internet wasn't working. And so I actually went into the bedroom and I woke my husband and I was like, hey, I think the internet's down, like we're gonna need to call Comcast, like can you come out? And he comes out and he's like, no dude, like it's way worse than that. And I was like, oh no, because something like this actually happened to us. Oh my gosh, what was that? 2 years ago, maybe, or even last year? I can't remember. You can go back and watch my Plan with Me from back then, or listen to this shameless self-promotion Spice Chaos podcast and hear all about it. So what had happened, and this happened again. Oh my gosh, do I have sticker stuff on the side of, I think I do, like a piece of a sticker here. Oh, I don't know what that is. Okay, so what happened was and my husband had to explain this to me too because I'm not very technical. But what happened was okay, so you have the power lines that connect to the poles, and there's like a transformer out there that runs all the electricity to the houses. Okay, so then everything that gets hooked onto your house, there's something called a conduit that's on there as well. And so that requires the skill of electricians to come and help you with that, unless you know how to do the work and you're able to do it and all of that, and you're potentially a homeowner. So the conduit part that requires the electricians came loose from our house, came totally loose. And so the last time that happened, Brian was able to put it back up, and we didn't need to call the power company and get them involved in whatever. And so we were able to do it quickly without any kind of fees or without bugging them or whatever. So that was cool. This time, not so much. Okay, so this was at 6 a.m. and then fast forward to probably like 9 a.m. We finally get boots on and go outside, and we realize that a branch from one of our trees had fallen on the lines, and that's what had ripped it down. And at that time, the power was still on in our house. And so I went over and I was like, okay, I'm gonna turn the heat on. I'm gonna make sure that it's warm in here just in case. Because I had no idea what was about to happen. I go over, make sure the heat is on, all of that. And I did forget to make my coffee. That was mistake number one. That was a bad time. But anyway, I go over and get the heat on, and we're outside, and we just hear branches just falling all around us. And if I remember, I will try to insert some pictures here. I'll cut into the video and insert some pictures of what it looked like around our neighborhood after the fact. Y'all, it was a bad time. It was bad. Our neighborhood looks really pretty when you're driving into it. There's a lot of, there's a bunch of really pretty old trees, but man, they get moody apparently. And so there were trees down everywhere, and just, oh my gosh. A branch fell on our power line, long story short. We discovered this and we're like, okay. So we're trying to clear the branches off of it and do it safely. And then all of a sudden, the transformer blew. And so that meant that our entire neighborhood was without power. And so people were calling, and we were nervous because we had a down power line. And so typically when they come out, they will, you know, clip your line if you have a down power line until you can get an electrician to help you. And then they will restore your service after they have seen that you have done things correctly. Oh my gosh, this was just a nightmare. It was a total nightmare, everybody. Total, absolute nightmare. I am still like, I'm kind of having a trauma response right now. That sounds a little dramatic, but it is a little bit about like what I'm feeling. We are like trying to clear the branches off of things because, you know, it affected our branches fell into our neighbor's yard, and we're like, well, we don't want to have to, you know, leave that, and we want to make sure that, you know, our neighbor has his yard back. And again, as we're doing this, branches are falling all around us. We're like trying to make sure the kids are not playing in the snow under trees and all of this crazy stuff. Oh my gosh, it just gets crazy, y'all. It just kind of gets a little bit insane. So we are doing this, and then the power goes out. So the transformer blows, and we're still out there, you know, doing stuff. And then we went back inside to warm up, you know, like you do. We see a little bit later that the folks from the power company are driving by, and we are terrified because what happens if they clip your line, they will, you know, again, make sure that you have to have somebody come out and prove that they did the work correctly and with all the permits and everything. And so we're like, oh my gosh, like if they see that this is down, they're gonna make us do this. And it's like not a good time. Not a good time at all. I'm just gonna flip back to my monthly spread really quick, just to make sure. Oh yeah, I have the furnace service on this day. Okay, so I'm just trying to put in all of my stickers. Like these stickers all have a purpose. They have a place for this week. Oh my gosh, you guys, it gets crazier and crazier, and I can't even believe, like, I would not believe this story unless I had not walked through it myself. So we are just sitting and trying to be calm, but when the power company drove by, they definitely saw, and the guy got out of the truck, and Brian was like, you know, I can fix it. I don't need you to like clip the line. Like I can do it safely. They were not hearing any of that. And so they clipped the line, and they took the lock off of the meter box. Again, I don't really know what any of this means, but Brian told me, and it was bad news bears. So, and he was very upset. We like spent the day basically like researching, can we do it ourselves? Like, can we pull all the permits that we need by ourselves and all of this? And we could have, but it would have taken 3 times as long. Like it could have potentially taken like 3 weeks versus what we ended up doing it in the same day. We got it all done in the same day, spoiler alert. So y'all, it just keeps getting crazier. We just keep continuing along, and we, you know, end up getting this taken care of. And we called an electrician. They thankfully could get over to our house by about 1:30, and that was really nice. And they came highly recommended. If you're in the Portland area, Orient Electricians. They are in the Gresham area. I recommend them for any of your electrical needs. They are wonderful. They were lovely, absolutely wonderful. They took care of us. They got out there quickly. They were very professional. So anyway, I'll leave a link down to their business down below. They were wonderful, and they helped us, and they, you know, they understood that we, you know, didn't really have this in our budget necessarily. It ended up being like 1/3 of the cost, which was nice. And that was just, you know, their regular rates. That wasn't anything special that they did for us, but it was, again, something that I thought was really nice. That's how that ended up going. Oh my gosh. So we finally got power turned back on. The electricians finished up at about 2 o'clock, and as they were finishing, like as they were still at our house, we called the power company. We're like, okay, they're done. Like, come see, you know, we'll show you that everything is good to go. But they ended up not being able to make it to our house until, what was that? Probably 11:30 at night. It was wild. It was craziness. So yeah. That happened on Monday. That all happened on Monday. And then our internet was still out for the next few days because Comcast also had a long list of people that they had to get to, and they couldn't get out to see us until, I don't know, like the next few days. It took a few days for them to be able to get out and see us. And so we finally got internet back on Thursday, which meant we were both doing work like from our phones and like tethering to our computers and using up all of our data, which was kind of crazy, but it ended up being fine. we were in like a pretty privileged position, you know, with being able to do that and like tether to our phones and all of that stuff. So it ended up being okay. It was just like, oh my gosh, number one, the expense is not something that we needed at all. And then just like the whole like stress of the day, like both of us were just exhausted by the end of the day. It was a crazy day. And I don't know, man, like let me know down below for those of you who typically get snow this late in the year, like what is your infrastructure like? Because I don't know, maybe it's just like the Oregon infrastructure, we just can't handle it or something. And I am unsure, but it was a bad time. It was a bad time, and I am thankful again that it all got fixed and all of that. So it was no good at all. Oh my gosh, and I don't like how that just laid down. That was crooked. So let me see if I can grab that back. Perfect. So with this paper, this happy planner paper or the sticker paper or whatever it is, I have found that if you don't like how a sticker is laid down and you can grab it pretty quickly and grab it by the edge with tweezers, it tends to come up much easier. That has been my experience. So yeah, that's another little pro tip that I have there for you. So yeah, Monday was crazy. So we started the week off with a bang, and then I was basically like emotionally exhausted. That sounds so dramatic, but it's very true. I was exhausted the rest of the week. I could not even focus on anything else. I took a few half days at work. I had to reschedule calls with students and just all of this stuff. It was wild. So I don't know. I had a really difficult time getting through the rest of the week after that. And now I can safely say I will 100% never, ever in my life pray for snow again. I gave the snow a chance this time around in December. I don't know if you guys remember, but I was like, yeah, this is going to be so fun. Like, let's have some snow. No, absolutely not. Never again. Never again will I ever pray for snow. It's not ever going to happen. No, ma'am. No, sir. No, ma'am. No, none. No. Okay, so then let's see, where are we at here? This actually is turning out really cute. Okay, so I need a couple more boxes. Are those fruits? Okay, so I've got one there, a tomato, green onion. I'll just use those. Okay, so the tomato and the peach are green. Are there any other larger boxes like this in here? Let's see. Let's just flip through. There may be. Those ones are cute too. Those little different shape ones. Adorable. This little garden sticker book is so cute. This is the newer version of it, and I just think it is stinking adorable. There was a daffodil one up there. There's a couple on that page, but I think I've used them. Okay, so we'll use those ones. It'll just be a lot of green down there. So I'll use the blue one in the middle to kind of break it up. So that is what we will do. But anyway, so that was my week on Monday. And then what else happened? What else happened this week? Oh, it was a celebratory weekend. That was kind of fun. So we had, what did we have? First, we had Passover on Friday. That was a lot of fun. And it was with one of our new friends, and he was lovely, and oh my gosh, his home was really nice, and it was very nice to, again, just to be around friends and all of that. And then, and that was, it kind of felt like if you ever have like a celebration without like your blood family, and it's more like a Friendsgiving kind of thing, like a friend holiday, that's what it felt like, and it was so nice. I just really liked it. Like, family holidays are really nice too, but sometimes there is like a feeling of a little bit of pressure, if that makes sense, you know? And there was none of that at this event, and it was calm and cool, and it was so nice. It was really, really nice. The kids all played outside. There were tons of kids for Harrison to play with and that kind of thing. So it was really nice. And then on Saturday, we had a celebration with my parents at their house, and that was also very nice. Lots of little kids for Harrison to run around with, and Delilah got to dress up like the Easter Bunny, which was super cute. Oh my gosh, it was adorable, you guys. I will, again, I'll try to post some pictures over on my Instagram so you guys can see that over there at creatinginchaos_official. So you can check that out over there. But I kid you not, she was so cute. Oh my gosh, that kid, I swear. And then tomorrow, we haven't had this yet, but I'm sure it will be incredible also because my neighbors are lovely. but we have a gathering with our neighborhood, and so our neighborhood is shaped like a circle, not a cul-de-sac necessarily, but it's like the whole thing is a circle. Like there are two outlets you can get out, and it's a circle. Anyways, we also have a Facebook group, and so our neighborhood is like pretty close, you know, we all really enjoy each other. And so we have in this Facebook group like created a bunch of different events for like the kids and stuff. And so this one is an Easter egg hunt, and so people got to sign up, and if they wanted their yards to be used, they were like, yes, I'll let my yard be used, or no, which both options were totally fine. Baskets are waiting for the kids, and it's just gonna be really, really cute. So yeah, so there are lots of things happening, and Delilah is gonna wear the bunny costume again, and I'm very excited. Our neighborhood is gonna put on this cute little Easter thing, and it's gonna be pretty adorable. And so that has been our very busy weekend, and I am excited for more busy weekends. I am really excited to see people, as weird as that sounds for an introvert to say. I am excited about it. So this is how my spread is turning out before the pen. I actually think it looks pretty stinking cute. A little garden spread. Maybe I need something like right here though. Let's see, is there like a tall veggie sticker that I can put right there now that I'm looking at it? I wish there was like a duck. I would definitely put it there. Or maybe I could use some of these herbs. Okay, let's do that. So I'll use this root vegetable. I actually don't know what this one is. Is this a leek? You guys can let me know. Or is this an onion? I think this might be like a red onion. It's really cute though. Red onions are very strong. I can't typically eat the red onions, but they are very pretty. They make very, very pretty stickers. Okay, so there's that one, and then I think this one is either rosemary or thyme. I can't ever remember which is which. So we'll put that one there. And then maybe this little, I don't want it to go too wide, but maybe this one. Ooh, your leaves are going a little cray. Do like this little guy. I could also do it like half on here and then trim it a little bit. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll trim those leaves. Okay, and then my pro tip is always to put your sticker down and then trim it once it's on the page. Some people like to trim their stickers before you put them down. They can eyeball them. I feel like I've seen Heather Kell do that often. I cannot. I have to put it on the page first and then trim it. Oh yeah, that does look cute. Okay, and then maybe, ooh, those figs look delicious. I could eat those figs right now. That little tomato, that's cute. Those are a little bit big. Where did that other one go? Oh, here it is. Okay, let's see if there's any other cute little vegetables that we can put on there. That garlic is cute. I really like how this is turning out, this little vegetable spread. It's pretty cute. Okay, maybe, okay, there was a vine of tomatoes in here too. Are those the same size? I think they might be. I kind of want to pull in just a little bit more like red. That will work. Let's see, maybe it will. Little maters. I cannot wait for garden fresh tomatoes, you guys. Those are my favorite in the summer. I love tomatoes from the garden. It's like one of my favorite reasons to garden. Here, we will do, okay, like a half on, half off kind of thing, and then we'll use the other half down on the bottom there, and then that will bring us to the end here. Or maybe that might not be quite big enough, but we'll see. We'll see if that will work. Let's see if that worked. Oh, it might actually. Okay, put my page back on. Oh, I like this little veggie spread. This is so cute. This makes me want to go upstairs and make a salad. We have been eating a lot of salads though lately. I think we're hoping for spring. Okay, that turned out cute. I think that is just enough. And then I can always fill in other spaces with like other veggies if things don't pop up, but looks like they may. It's been a busy week. Okay, so this is my spread before the pen. So you guys can take a look here. I think it looks really cute with all these little veggies. It's kind of it's not floral really, but it's definitely springy. So definitely really cute. And again, these are the two sticker books where you can find like the garden spreads or garden stickers. So both of them should be on clearance if you can find them. There is that. And now let me get some pen on this spread and then I will be right back.
There are stains on your photo, little cracks on your rusty frame, stuck in the mud, oh, but it's okay. I don't have a
everybody. That is my first look at my week ahead. It is a busy one. Oh my gosh, it is getting busier and busier. So this is what it looks like with some of the pen on there. It will grow and evolve as we go. But I think this little veggie spread turned out so cute. I really like it. And I love how all of my spreads this month, this is like a little preview of my flip through. They are going to look a little bit different, a little florally, a little springy, but not quite all the same. So I really like them, and I'm very excited to keep playing around in my dashboard as my only planner. And yeah, so thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, hello, my name is Caitlin. I would love it if you would hit that red subscribe button down below. Please go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, as well as leave a comment down below in the comments section. Those are free ways that you can help my channel grow and help me out. That is amazing, and I love hearing from you and seeing your beautiful comments down below. So thanks in advance for doing that. And then if you have been here for a while, thank you for your support. You guys are wonderful, and here's your internet hug for the day. If you'd like to find me anywhere else, you can find me over on Instagram at creatinginchaos_official, and then you can also find me over on the Spiced Chaos podcast. You can find that where your favorite podcasts are served, so things like Spotify, Apple Music, Google Play, and Anchor, to name a few. And so you can check us out there. Those are free ways that you can access more of my content. And then if you would like to bump it up a notch and go ahead and check out any paid content, you can check out my Patreon. I have tiers from as low as $1 all the way up to $100 and anywhere in between. I've got social media support. I have planner parties. I have sharing your birthdays and your spreads on my Instagram. I have spread creating for you. I have so many different things over on Patreon, so make sure you come and check that out. I would love to do that, and honestly, all of my patrons are sponsors of this channel, so they keep this channel alive and going, so I appreciate all of your love and your support. So if you are one of my patrons, you are my VIP people. You are incredible. Those of you who are here watching my YouTube videos as well and supporting by liking and commenting and doing those things, you guys are also incredible. So thank you for doing all of that. And by the way, you guys, have fun today.